So, and it's firm, very firm, right? So we need this between 9 and 13, okay? The dough is slightly warm, about 5 degrees, so I put it back in there for just a minute while we get this to where we need it to be, okay?
Leave it at room.
Yeah, but we can kind of speed it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, because one, we need it at the right temperature, but also equally as important, it needs to be the right consistency. All right, just because the temperature is right does not mean that the consistency is correct. It can be very firm and at the right temperature. So we need to soften it up a bit to make it malleable, right?
I want to talk on your
Since last week you mentioned the happy.
So it's about 3 degrees, right? So we need to take it up to 9. So a minute ago it was 0, now it's 3, just from banging on it a bit.
I want to stay here, but I want their mango passion.
You can kind of judge the consistency by bending it right here, right? So it needs to be malleable, right? It's still firm.
Heat it up some more.
Are European butter easier to work with? Like when it comes to like
Not necessarily.
Something like that.
Does the water content have any effect?
Yeah, I think it does, but I don't know if not that I could feel necessarily like personally from doing it. I don't know, but I'm sure it does. I'm sure having water in there at different rates affects it. Not that I can tell.
Butters are getting really expensive.
Butter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's another reason why we were talking about people choosing to use shortenings. Some places do. It's a more consistent, you don't have to worry about the fluctuation in prices. So now I feel like it's getting a little bit more firm. I feel that. See how that feels. You can see kind of how it feels. It's a little bit easier to move, but still pretty firm. You know, you can kind of see it here a little bit. Sometimes people will rub it on the side of the table as well to kind of get it to the right consistency.
Oh, that's so fun. It's like straightening a bill.
Yeah, you can kind of see if it starts cracking, then it's not too cold.
What should we do like if that crack? Butter crack.
Well, you usually don't know it's gonna like here where you're gonna know it's not gonna crack because we're getting it the right consistency before it goes in. But if throughout the process it cracks, which you probably, some of us at least, probably remember that happening during puff pastry, is you'll see it afterwards, right? You'll see it in the dough, those little pieces. Anybody remember that from the mistake during puff pastry? There's something wrong with it.
Did not age.
It's okay, she's growing a little older now.
Age.
Back in my year 19.
The new one or the old one?
That cheap fire.
Yeah.
I bought the book digitally. My shelf space cannot afford it. Especially when I throw away all my appetite.
You threw it away?
No, my mom threw it away.
What do you want?
Because she's like,
No, you have to make sure the first copy is the
The devil is influencing you through these books.
Does she know you?
I got two wolves inside of me.
Oh my god, your personality is too low. They're just fighting each other.
Or it makes it.
It really does.
I killed my counselor.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Well, my inside look is also fighting if I help them. Guys, can we like look safe in like a single day in class?
I couldn't wait to come back to class.
That's
Because I felt like I was going to say something to myself. Wait, so like in America, they really did add Kinder eggs?
Before $5.
Kinder eggs?
Yeah.
Like the little toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they did that.
Yeah, not now. I think this is like years ago.
I think it was like depending on the state as well.
I know that like so my wife's sister, she I think she talks about when she was going into Toronto and coming back and getting them confiscated, coming back into the U.S.
Kinder eggs confiscated?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think it's just like the choking hazard because they're little small pieces, like it's a choking hazard or something. And yeah, it is what it is, right?
Isn't dairy technically cheaper in the States?
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Don't they have
Milk
like
is.
Don't
You
they
go
have
to the
like
States
eels
to
of
get milk.
cheese sitting somewhere?
Milk, ice cream, butter.
That's
I mean,
what
we
they
have a
do.
huge tariff. Cheese is so cheap. U.S. milk for imported goods.
Here it's Canadian.
Yeah. But they also inflated the price as well because it's all run by an organization or union. I don't know what you call it.
All right, so we're about 1.5 degrees. So our dough's about there. We should be close with our butter. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's about the same. You know, I mean, what is a gallon of milk here? Like $5?
$6.
$6?
Yeah.
Inflation, baby.
Block of butter at Walmart is like 7, 8 sometimes.
Go to Superstore 5.
I think this is about right. I'm about 9 degrees.
Even Costco is like 5.
5.45.
Okay.
Costco is the way to go.
I know, Costco. I love Costco.
So when measuring the dough, you use the thermometer.
What's
the
that?
The javelin thermometer instead of the gun.
You can. Yeah. Is that what you're
to,
asking?
Like, yeah, to get insides.
Yeah, you can. But I feel like this is just so much easier.
Oh.
And that's like an instant read.
Where did you get
It's on Amazon.
Amazon.
Pretty cheap, $20. 25. Yeah,
Really?
not
I
expensive.
should've
Yeah,
put
wait,
that instead of the
wasn't
weird
the one
one.
that you sent us? Remember
Oh, I
like,
sent the javelin one,
Yeah.
like that.
Weird one, yeah.
This is a more instant read.
Yeah.
So like the ones that you have in your kit are so slow.
Yeah, we
really is.
Lisa literally told us like the first day. She's like, buy the other one. What the hell is this?
And this one is a little bit more instant read. I think I paid $25 for that one off Amazon. It's not like a brand name or anything like that.
Just Jeff Bezos.
They have some ones like it's a Thermapen out of the UK, and I had one, but they're expensive. I paid I think it was over $100 US
For a thermometer.
for a thermometer like this, but it's an instant read, you know. Anyways,
Like worth 100.
Cannot convince me.
I liked it.
Shark Tank.
you know the thing is too is like I never had issues with it like breaking or anything. I own it for years, never had issues with it breaking, and the fact that it's just nice, I take care of it. You know what I mean? I did take care of it until it got stolen. Yeah.
$100.
It was purple. I think someone liked the color. Everybody's favorite color is purple right now.
My favorite.
Slave.
It's our friend, classmate Nadia's favorite color, purple.
Why is she?
And she's right over there.
She took it.
Okay, so we have our dough. It's about half the size, right? Remember that we were a little short on the edges, which is okay. We'll stretch and make it work.
It looks so yummy.
Right, we're gonna pinch it together. So this is the French lock-in method. This is what, did you all do this method?
No.
Okay. So this is the French lock-in method. I like this one the best. I've done it like the sandwich one. I don't know what that one's called. There's also the English method where you basically put a third, and the butter's 2/3. The butter's 2/3, and you put a third of the dough over, and then you put the other butter onto
with
the
the
dough.
dough.
So it basically starts with 2 layers.
That's what the Gislin.
That's nice.
Is that the Gislin does?
Yeah.
That's another one that works. You start with 2 layers instead of 1. So you just got to remember when you're calculating how many layers you have, because it makes a lot more.
So would you do like less laminating when you do it like
It depends. I feel it depends if you're making puff pastry or not, but yes. So this here is a little bit easier because it's it's 1 layer.
that? Yeah.
You can kind of like figure it out a little bit. Okay, so we got our butter locked in, right? I got our edges exposed. I'm not going to squeeze that out, or I'm not going to pinch the sides here. I'm going to leave it exposed. And then I'm going to take my knife or a razor blade. And I'm going to trim or open the edges here. That's just going to release the tension. And also, ideally, it's going to give us more even layers if you think about it, because your goal is to have butter, dough. And if you have the sides here, over time, it can kind of build up and mess with your layers.
You want to cut as deep as like the butter?
The butter, yeah. Okay. All right, so I think it's fine, right? So if we read our things here, right? It says here to do a 4-fold and a 3-fold. It says laminate 4-3. So that's a 4-fold and a 3-fold. It's very confusing because there's different ways to describe the same fold,
Yeah.
right? So a single fold and a 3-fold are the same thing. So understand if you're confused, it's completely normal to be confused about that stuff. A 4-fold and a double fold are the same thing. 4-fold and double fold, single fold and 3-fold are the same. And I'll try to clarify that a little bit here in a second. But another issue that we have here is it says 4-3. I think 3-4 is what it should say. So I think we need to do the 3-fold and then we'll do the 4-fold.
So 3-4.
3-4. No, it was only 3-4 for croissants.
Yeah, for
Did you still wanted us to switch the Danish one to 333 or?
Yeah, 3-3 is fine. Yeah,
Okay.
no big deal.
Yeah, it is at 3-3.
It's going to have more layers, but this is going to be this croissant's going to be a little bit flakier. I think we'll have better results for this. But all right, let's go over to the laminating here rather.
Slay.
Grab a little bit of flour, 1 container of flour, please.